So we have with us Bharat Kumar and Ilangovan from the batch of 2015. Bharat did his BTech in Civil and Ilan did his BTech in Triple E. So they are the founders of the Verb Studio. It's an online learning platform which makes lots of different dance forms available to a lot of people. So currently, they have collaborated with artists from all over the nation, and it's quite a popular name among the Indian dance community. And congrats on that. And it's been quite a journey. So it'll be better if we hear about it from you guys. So that's all.
Yeah.
We can get started.
Sure. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, you put it really well. So that's the thing. That's what we do. So just that few changes. It's not just in India. Like we are taking from other countries as well. The instructors. So
Oh,
we expanded to take in other countries as well.
oh, that's great.
And
Okay.
yeah, so to give a intro of what Verb Studio is about is so it's an easy step-by-step online dance classes from the best instructors. We are using technology to make anybody can dance. Right, that's a term which
Okay.
is there to reality. So that's what we are doing. And so yeah, so that's what it is. So I like you said, like 2015 batch, and we are from like I am from Civil, we're from Tripoli, and we are part of a college dance team as a dance troupe as well. So that's how majorly the idea of doing this online it came up, because most of the time we did in college was 30% engineering and 70% is what dancing we did. So
Yeah.
after college we are like do like most of the time spend in dancing, so that's something that we like. And we
Okay.
like technology also. So, and the dance is such a pretty old industry. It's been for like years, and from movie Titanic to whatever movie that released, all the movie has like dance scenes, and dance been there for quite a long time in the human history. So why don't we use technology and leverage this dance thing so it can reach out to everyone, like how music reaches to everyone. We need to get dance. Everyone likes dance. Everyone moves when they listen to music. It's just that dance, they say it teaches or tells you how exactly to move, or how to make the movement better. So we thought, why don't we use technology and build this? So that's how the idea popped up, and we started doing that.
Oh, that's great. So yeah, that's a nice thing to hear. Yeah, and we know about DT because it's very hectic, and then we've seen people in DT spend a lot of time on dance. Uh, so yeah, the first thing is that's what. So when did you get this idea of starting the Verb Studio? Like, was it already there, or you figured it out along the way? Like, you just went along with the flow, and then
Okay.
you realized sometime.
Yeah, so it's actually, as I said, it created from the base of of the dance thing. So it was like long time back when I was like second. I was a lateral entry in DT. So I always liked dancing. So when I saw these people, like, he was in DD like before, way before me, like from first second year. So I got into third year. So when I saw when I joined college, when I saw DT, I was like, oh damn, the dance is so good. I want to get into DT. I thought they teach dance classes also, like that eventually they take inside. So I went for the the audition. I was like, I just want to see the audition, how it goes. Do you guys teach dance? They are like, get out from this room. You're not going to dance here for the audition. I was like, okay, fine. So that's when I always had the idea of like of wanted to learn dancing. And then I used to travel from a college which is not exactly in Tiruchi. It's in Thuvakudi, which is like 25 kilometers from Tiruchi.
Yeah.
From our college to Tiruchi, like every like every weekend, and to learn dance. There was one dance school over there where I used to learn.
Okay.
So I used to travel over there. So I thought eventually, at least I didn't get into DT. I thought they're going to teach. They're not teaching. So I need to find a place where they teach. So every weekend. And first year when we were in college, first year we had curfew. I'm not sure for the guys still there or not. In the first year, so you
Yeah.
have
Yeah,
to
they
be back
removed it.
till there till 9 o'clock. So I told the security, I have a class going on in Tiruchi. It's like something important class. I didn't tell him dance class because obviously like, what you are doing. So I have to do this. So that's how I used to travel back and forth and all this thing. Then third year for NIT first we danced, and then they selected me into DT.
Okay.
And so the idea popped up exactly when we realized during our college, so there a lot of workshop happens, a lot of instructors comes and teach over there. So there's one time for festival, this workshop happened, and artist came in. He really liked a particular dance form, what he dances and the choreography. Then we asked him, he was like, "Oh, that I did year back. I don't remember." That's
Okay.
when the idea popped up. Like, why don't we get something? Because every year they put so much effort, so much thing into it, and they forget about it, and it's not reached to so many people, even though they want to learn. So why don't we make this in a digital format where people can reach out and. So it was an idea stage. It was there. Okay, let's do something about it. So after college, he was working with Pepsi, and I was working with a startup called that one called College Seniors was doing. So
Okay.
then, like when we were traveling, some like friends trip we had and traveling, and we all were cribbing about how much we miss dancing,
Okay.
and that's how the thing thought. Okay, why don't we start? Like, if someone who likes dance, who likes technology, someone has to, someone and
Mm-hmm.
the cat on the same year, like we studied for cat and all those things. Then so this idea, we discussed and we started on it, and so when we launched the product, we thought, okay, we should not just go tell on just the ideas and to investors. Usually people don't really the investor side or anyone won't really see what it is until unless you have some little traction on it, because everyone says a good idea, everything fine, but do you have a traction on? That's what they will see.
Mm-hmm.
So then we released the product, and we got in Bangalore
Okay.
like 2 startups in a year in their through their business plan competition, and we got selected over there. So that's like a huge big breakthrough which happened. So that's how the whole journey of Work Studio happened.
What effect your internships and program that you just mentioned have with your current profile, the startup itself?
Okay. To get that, so I'll just reframe the question. It's more of how did IIM Bangalore thing has helped us, right? So that's a kind of specific thing.
Yeah, more. Yeah.
Yeah. So as everyone knows, incubation center is a place where like they get in startups and help them out to make a better product market fit place. Like people who come out just with the idea, they help them out to create a product and try to help them out to reach the product market fit. So yeah, incubation center, it's more of what it helped us is so we with more of a technological knowledge and more of an engineering knowledge, but not much exposed to the business aspects of it. It's more of we've been learning, but still, like not much we have knew before. So it's more of a, we look more on the connects, maybe the network you get through them. And also it's more of, knowing what kind of things to work on in a business is what we learned specifically from the incubation program. So that really helped us out. So it's a 1.5 years incubation, still it's going to get over in some time. But that's what it's actually pushed. If you have any
in general, see, question is reframed in a way like how NSRCL incubation helped us, right?
Mm-hmm.
And NASCOM, yeah.
So in that way, like very similar points what he mentioned. To add on, when you're like, it's an incubation instead of the word. You're like a baby. When you have a product, it's like that. When you have a startup, it's very much. So they nurture for the initial to make it breathable in the market. Because when you go to an open market, it's very different with the changes, with the adaptability. So they nurture you for the initial 18 months from an idea to make it to a business. That's what helped us. When we came, we had a product. First version product we had, we launched it. So from there to run a business with a team and all of that sorts, they helped us on each of the things, whichever they can. And it was very well helpful.
So that's something which happened. Like that's a journey which really. I mean, yeah, it did made a big impact on us on having more of not just an engineering person thinking or a technical, more of a business related thinking.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
Is a certain kind of course or skill required for you to get started?
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, I do. So you asking what kind of skill required to be an to start a business?
Yeah, to get started with the incubation center.
No. See, it can be anything. It can be incubation center or anything. You need not have an incubation center to start a startup. Also, you can still do it.
Okay.
But I mean, to just talk about skills, entrepreneurship, it's basically like a skill where you need to have on creating the ideas into real business, like reality, into a working model, because everyone has ideas, right? Like,
Yeah.
you know, you just sometimes say, oh, we're going to do this, do this, do this, do this, but you know what you are actually implementing is what it matters. So it's more about on you aspects, how you can start working on your ideas to make a product or make a business, or you know, make the end product what you want, not just you know, living it, killing it as an idea. So that's what it required. Apart from everything can be Google, everything can be work. When we started, you know, we applied for IMB, and so they asked for a business plan. We actually Googled what is a business plan.
Oh, okay.
Google and in Wikipedia and everything, we are reading like what is business and all these other things. I was like, oh my god. Then they asked for financial plan, everything. I was like, dude, I don't even know to use Excel.
Like, to be honest, we both never touched Excel before starting Webstream.
Yeah, then we studied everything. Like we took like a 1 week crash course on to create how to. I mean, just Google. Crash course is not good. Till now, we learn everything. So, so just Google on, you know, how to use an Excel, how to use what is a business plan, what it is, and then we made an end thing out of that. That's how we presented to IIM Bangalore. We got selected because when we went there are a lot of startups who came here. Like 500 startups came in, and they said we're going to select one startup.
Wow.
And we just had an idea stage, and the startups who came in are people with you know, like background from ISB, IIM Bangalore, and you know, we still went to the finals, and we were like in the finals. It's okay if you don't get it, because you know, we came till here. We didn't expect this to happen, because we saw people's profile. Because at the end, you know, when your idea, everyone has idea. So initially we see just the people, what is their background, what is their knowledge. So when we saw the profile of people, you know, started the startup with ISB college and IIM and all these things, we were like, so we just have a engineering degree. So with 1 year of experience, I'm not sure, but it's okay, let's try. And we got selected into that. That's how, you know, the journey started. So to come back to the question, what you ask is just a skill of, you know, do whatever it takes to make the idea to a working model. Because everyone gets the idea. So you need to figure out what are the things is, you know, the idea, you know what the working model is going to be. You need to figure out what are the between things is there. If there is a knowledge gap, something, it's good that you know what is the knowledge gap. Just read it. Everything is there.
Okay. It's nice.
I would like to add things. So when you say what are specific skills, I would say you need persistence.
Okay.
Because it's not a very easy task. Because when you start, there's no rolling back. You have to start, and it's a very difficult journey, very uncertain journey. All the things are uncertain. So you need to have a lot of driving passion to do something that you love. Otherwise, it will pay off very soon. Like doing it for a long term, it's a very long stretch journey. So if you have the burning fuel to go that long, you can. So persistence is something. If you want to pick up a persistent and passion would something would motivate a person to start up and move forward.
Okay. So how many years has it been since this started? Like, how many?
Idea from idea stage, probably. Yeah, from idea, like when we had this idea, when we realized in customer, it's been like 5 years, 4 years.
Exactly. Like he told me this idea. I remember the date. So May 19th, 2016. So this month we're going to finish 4 years.
4 years.
From the idea.
The product has been live probably like for nearly like two years right now.
Next question was about what you look for in people you take into your team. Like, how did you start with your team? How did you build it to what it is currently? So what did you look for in them?
So in a startup, what is more important? You know, it's about the team, because the team builds a startup and teams build the company, and it's not about just the person who started and how motivated they are. Each person, maybe the core team, you're gonna onboard the very initial team. It's not just they believe on the idea and the product, not just that they have to believe on the people. Like, you know, we believe on them and they believe on us, on something which is a dream which we want to make it into reality, right? So like creating a team, what we had this thing is, first thing is, it's not always about the skill. Skill is important, yeah, it is. But more than the skill, it's more about how the knowledge on learning is important. like how fast they can adapt to things, because
Mhm.
every year, every day things change. You need to adapt to a lot of new things always. What you've been using 1 year back, maybe you're not using this right now.
Mhm.
So as a startup, should adapt to what is been happening new. So at the end, the quality is required is more of how you can learn things faster and do it. So that's the first skill we see as a person. And next it comes about how they can blend in with the team, because being, I mean, extrovert, introvert, even that doesn't matter. It's more of how you can blend in with the team. Like you feel everyone is the same. It's not a 10 to 6 job, just sit and work, and when it's a holiday, it's a holiday. For us, sometimes we work on Sunday also,
Huh.
and we don't even realize like what days are going on. It's because that much of work will be there. There'll be sudden opportunities because of COVID, because of the lockdown. Lot of things we pivoted in the startup doing this thing. So it was like 2 days, the whole team sat day and night and worked on a lot of things which we. So before, maybe per day, what it was there, we had like nearly like 1,500% growth rate after
Okay.
COVID. And 2 days effort which the team took it what it mattered, because it's always about the idea what you implement. So that's what what we see in taking someone full time. So this is the skill we usually see with them.
Okay.
It's not about like what is your CGPA, this thing and all.
Okay.
We usually don't do that. So it's up to each person, but we actually we believe on the person and how fast he can adapt to things and learn faster. How always he looks for a new things. We always say this thing like we always plan for what's next. When your plan for what's next is always shorter, today day it's done because you've been planned already. So that's how we want a person to think, each and everyone. It's not about we started. It's about each and every person comes. It could be in another Bharat, another London, or not even that way, more than us. Like more when we hire people also, more of we work on referral. Like if we refer someone, you usually refer something when it's good for you, it's good. So we believe on referrals also. First we do that. So that's how the majorly aspects of taking people.
Okay.
And as of now, we have like a team, 3 more are from NIT Trichy. So
Yeah.
Oh.
that makes sense. And that more 3 are from DT. You get the extension of
Yeah.
It's
I've
more
heard about, I think Giri and Amalan.
And Ashwin. Actually, he's
Ashwin,
from
Okay.
our
our
batch.
batch,
So he was
Ashwin.
the first person to join us. Like after us, he was the person who joined us.
Cool.
It's like so we have a soft corner for NITs. I don't know why, because we
Okay.
are also from NIT.
Like, but again, skills you look for people. It's more of like someone who's same, who wants an accelerated growth. If you see that fire in that person, you will know that it will work. If you know that, if you meet the right people, you will know that they're right.
Yeah. To put it in a cool terms, is the vibe.
Yeah,
we
vibe.
say.
Okay. Nice.
So your time at NIT, how did it shape your career?
Okay.
We can have 2 versions.
Yeah. I mean, see, I'm a different department. He's in a different department. So yeah, it's 2 different answers maybe. So for me, it was more of, it changed a lot actually. Like probably 2 years back or 1 year back, we went to NIT and we were like, dude, to have food, like, because we are from 80, our practice gets over at 9 and the mess closes at 9.
Closes
And
at 9,
it's like usually, yeah. So we run towards the mess or we go outside. And so
Dhaba.
each time we go to, so our mess is dhaba at night. Finish the practice, go to the dhaba and eat. So last year when we came back, there was no dhabas. Dhabas was closed, and we went to Garnet. Near the Garnet Amul, they were selling fried rice and chicken burgers. I was like, oh my god, in our college second year or third year, we were so excited. I called my parents, hey, you know what? They opened a KFC in Tirchi. I was like, KFC? You're excited about it? I was like, here, this is the first KFC that opened in Tirchi. Because there was only me.
Yeah.
So it was that kind of situation, initially when we were there. Then after that, they had CCDs. We were like so excited. Half of the time we go there just for the AC because, Tirchi, how hot it is. And so it was that. So, a lot of things has been changed, but it's more about, even though it was like, I mean, it's pretty much like it's much more a simpler life, I would say, right now in NIT. But we used to hustle a lot on, just to have a food, we need to plan and go. And there's a place called Ambal Mess, there is one place near.
Yeah.
That is like our favorite.
Okay.
So everything like small things, we used to travel a lot and do it. Now it became so simple that just gets like inside campus you get everything. And we actually saw the campus evolving also. When we came, it was like, I mean, now also a lot of cows are there. Like we literally saw it is like full of cows, and we just been with the animal kind of feel. Like the humans and animals together, living together and bonding inside. And the roads, the trees, I mean, the whole environment of the campus itself, we in our phase, in the fourth year and the first year, there was like a drastic change from no CCD was there, CCD boards have changed a lot, new
Okay.
buildings have came in. We stayed in Amber Hostel, which is like so far, like that time we used to have in LS, then they shifted to Orient, right? Orient. So they shifted that. So it was like all the transformation phase of what NIT happened. So we were there in the phase. So only in the last year, little bit we enjoyed on that what has been happened. But yeah, still when we meet some juniors and say, oh, dude, you guys are enjoying, man. We do all this thing. I mean, we do miss whenever we saw last time we came. I was like, what? Amul sells burger? Like what? Like we used to travel to all the way to Tiruchi. So that's the thing about the campus. Changing. But at the end, it's more about what we got from NIT is more of the network connects. Like what I learned was, I mean, yeah, I did learn civil engineering. If you ask me any question on that, I don't think I can answer anything. But I do like little bit thinking aspects I can really talk about. That's good. But it's more about the network you get it from there. Even now, like when I go back to college, I can connect with people over there. The network, it's not even us, like the senior. Like the first time we started, we wanted to have an idea how startup things work. So we met a senior called Art. He's from us, and we never met him in college. He graduated, but he was from DT. And HackerRank founder Harish, we met him also. So just because he was from his startup is like so huge. He just directly barged inside this office, and we were like, "Hey, the security guy was like, the receptionist was like, whom do you want to meet?" It was like Harish. Who Harish? Harish the founder. I was like Harish sir. I was like, he's our like senior, so I just messaged him. I want it. And he came and we had like he would have told like I can meet you later, you guys. Like, but it's all about the network we have. So he really took a time over there for a surprise meeting, which we just came in and he spent some time with us. So these are the things which we actually built. When I go back right now, also there are a lot of people in DD, a lot of juniors and seniors contact us on they wanted to do a startup, and there is a community of NIT entrepreneurs are there.
Okay.
So at the end, it's more about the network connect you have. So that's how. Yeah. So he's from the most difficult department than my department.
First of all, NIT Trichy for me, it was time. Like he said, that we were living in vintage time. You guys are living in like probably way better than what we were. Like in first year, you used to have 12 hours of power cut.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I heard.
In my first year, we had 12 hours of power cut. Okay. On top of that, we had even more. Very hard. And so it was very different for us. So at a point, I was very interested in technology. Let me be honest, a lot of people pick engineering just because of parents' sake. But I was genuinely interested, I took. But later I figured out that is not what my interest is. I love technology, but that experience of engineering and technology, I found a difference. I don't know whether you guys know it. In technology, I found a slight. So then I felt, okay, I'm more of like a genre. So this may not work. Then dance was something, I was dancing from age of 4. So for me, dance has been there forever. So, but DT made a huge shift. Like always, dance was like another 5 or 6 activities that I had. I'm not good at it. That's what I never put it as my top priority. But DT, I got what I wanted. So I was doing dance. I enjoyed technology in my own way of learning it online, whatever. I don't care about exams, nothing of that sort. So this was my experience in NIT Trichy, and how it impacted my career or right now. It's more of like, it's not, if you go to an education sector, like an institute, it's not the content or the syllabus that they give you. It's the experience that you get. It's 700 people that you meet there. And it's 700 in your batch and 4 years up and 4 years down. It's the people that you connect, how you overall groom in those 4 years. That's what makes you who you are. So for me, NIT Trichy played a huge role in that. Like they may not have exactly given me what I expected in first year for electrical electronics engineering, but when I stepped in, I was a kid. When I stepped out, I know something of such sort about life. That was a good experience for me for NIT Trichy. Like he mentioned, like till now it works. We just barged into hackathon office and we said we're NIT Trichy, and he was respectful enough to spend 15 minutes, sat with us and spoke with us. So like that is like that alma mater always resonates with people in a nicer way.
Mhm.
So that always have worked even till now.
And small things like, we had like lot of meetings. Like, so when you guys contacted Feeds magazine, like, oh, Feeds magazine, like we used to read Feeds magazine.
See, I was sitting in hostel. I used to read magazine. Oh,
Oh,
that's how it connects.
So that
See, those are the things I did in college. Reading Feeds, attending Pragyan, all of the extracurricular I used to do in college. So
we're
it was
happy
that
to know you
overall
were
shape-
reading Feeds, and we're happy to see you back then. Okay.
All credits.
Cool.
Are you still into choreography and dance? Like, how do you design your classes specific to each dance style? And with the changing dance form, how do you change your, like, the art forms are changing. So how do you keep up with that? And about the corona crisis, how are you trying to cope up with that too?
Okay, so to start off with the first question, what are we still dancing kind of thing, right? Yeah, we do like all the time. Like, you would have seen like most of the people who dance, whenever they wear music, even the bus stand or they're walking, they'll be keep moving, right? When we talk itself is that way.
Yeah.
But people pitch it, they're like, so I figured out initially itself because when you guys were pitching itself, you're moving a lot. So then you told me you're doing about a dance thing and you guys also dance. Like, yeah, we do that. So but not like professional dancing or something we do. That's where we are building because there are people, everyone can dance, but there is a difference between a teacher who can dance and also a dancer. So we, as a studio, that's what we are putting it out there, building the teacher who is a dancer to teach other things. Because see, some syllabus or some subject, and even when we study, we like so much maybe because of the teacher, because of the instructor who's teaching us. You start getting to like some subject maybe because of that. Some subject you might not like because the way they thought wasn't there and you thought that you couldn't understand. So it's at the end, the person who's teaching matters a lot. It's not always the person who's grasping or the learning aspects. So that's the key thing which as a Verb Studio we are following, that we need to always get the teacher who is a dancer to get them on board. And how we are adapting to the new change of dance whole thing is that's what we are doing, because dance has been there for pretty long time, like years, like from the time humans existed, movement has been there for a very long time, but it was never put up in a way that it should reach to all people. How music, like remember the times, I don't know whether you guys did that, like we used to go to YouTube, download a music as a video, then convert to MP3, then send it to mobile and keep.
Yeah.
It was a time.
Yeah.
So simple. So here, what is the change happened? That's one thing. Next thing is the Uber and all came in before. Like I still remember whenever I go outside, even in Trichy, like Ola also was one of the time when they launched. That was the time, during we were in college. From Trichy to this, all this thing we used to take an auto, and auto is way expensive than the train ticket what I come from in Chennai.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then Ola came in, just book a cab, it just reached. So at the end, it's more of, how you get the technology to play a role on the end thing and how we can make the life simpler to them. That's all it matters. So that's what Uber did. That's what Ola did. That's what Spotify did. Like I did so much efforts. Now I can listen to music just a click. People will pay for a product, and when they see, everyone values money a lot, right? Like people earn money, they value it. When they're giving it out, that means they're valuing your service or the product more than what they have, the money they have. So you have to give the technology, give the easiness for them, or more in an ease that they can adapt to things and learn and just make their life simpler. They'll take. So we are always conscious of what is being happening, the revolution. It's not only that we want to be the people who are changing the revolution. So usually they say, we are trying to make the world better place. Yeah, I mean, that we don't want to say, but we are just trying to do, at the front. We want to be the first mover on whatever which is creating. So that's what we want to be. Yeah.
Okay.
So the COVID thing which you asked for. So as I told you, the team matters a lot. So it was an idea which we used to go travel to cities, produce videos, all these things happen. And suddenly we have, so we used to do that. So now because of Corona thing, everything shut, travel is shut. So think about, we didn't come up with the idea of live classes. So it was just 2 days before the shutdown. We, our team, sat and discussed it like, okay, we cannot travel, we cannot produce video, but still we have to keep moving. Like, we cannot just wait. We don't know what's going to happen. So what is the solution? Then we came up with the idea of live classes. Okay, why don't everyone has laptop, mobile, video cam is there. The end user wants to learn the dance. So why don't we start doing a live classes where people can, instructor can teach from their home, people can learn from their home. Just took 2 days to build that. And we had 1,500% growth rate. So it's always, you be conscious on what is happening, knowing the environment and, believing on the team that, what they can build. So yeah, that's what majorly it is.
Cool, yeah, dance. Yeah, I do dance. It's the more performative dance we don't do. Like he said, we don't dance for others. At least I don't dance for others. I dance for myself. But on an everyday basis, we do dance. So that is totally.
Okay.
One more question you asked, no? How do you adapt to the different art forms? Okay, that's what interests me. Like understanding how this art form is evolved in this way and giving it to people. See, music has genres. Music has genres. Dance is very. And music, if suppose a music artist creates a music, the music belongs to him. He has a copyright for it. But if a dance artist creates a dance, there is no copyright for him to claim that dance is his. So like this art form is totally unorganized. That is what we wanted to make it very organized. This artist needs to be recognized for what they're doing. They should make, like if you ask an average Indian, if you say you're a dancer, you're going to become a dancer, they will look down upon you. That should change. When you say you want to become a dancer, it should be equally to an engineer. So like that, how this art form can be evolved, that's what we're trying our best to do. So when you say different art forms, teaching these many complications, that's what we are doing, trying our best to make it work. That's what we are doing, trying to do. Different art forms, how to make it easy for an end user, like people who have no dancing, zero dancing. How do you give them the dance form? Make it very easy. It's not never given to them. If you give it in a way that they love, they will enjoy it. Dance is like way different. If you experience it, you will know it. That's what we're doing.
So starting is difficult, but once you've set up your startup and it's going fine, you still have other challenges like to sustain it, to expand it further. So what's helping you there? How are you dealing with it?
Yeah, so it's not like, it's not just a setup and doing the everyday work is like a setup. There'll be always new things, new creating things, always new challenges coming in. So it's more like, okay, we frame this, it's going to be this way. It's never like that. It's more about, you need to always be like, creating new things on everyday basis. And also whatever you created, also you need to see how that's been happening. The result, how it came up with that. So it's more just being conscious on what you're doing and what you're planning and seeing what the result is like. So it's like, okay, this is set. Okay, now we'll go through the next one. So that's what.
Like what you meant, probably, if am I getting it right? You said there is a stage where you feel stagnant. No, it is not. You never feel stagnant. So there is no phase 1, phase 2. It's accelerated event. The more days you get, the more things to adapt. The day 1, what is the knowledge or information that you have? What is the state you are? The day 100, it's totally different. The day 1000, it's even more different. So it actually speeds up. It never settles. The curve is this way. It's not flattens.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I thought. I thought the struggle in initial days is like very hard, and then maybe.
So that's what I will tell you. It's not struggle.
Okay.
It's a hustle. It's not struggle. You hustle, and it's every day. If you're an entrepreneur, from the moment you wake up, it's there forever. It's never going to stop.
Just that new hustle and new struggles, new challenges come.
New challenges come every day. That's all you get excited about. But it's never like I'm set. You will never feel that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what actually that is the skill you should look for. If you're looking for comfort, laid back settlement, then startups is not for you.
Yeah.
You need to be on your toes every day, updated information on the go, and speed of learning. Every day you adapt new skills, you learn a lot of things on everyday experiences, and even as a separate learning. So you need to be on the.
So you have to be just ready for the new struggle, new hustle, which is going to come. So that's what we looking at hiring, which I told you, right? It's about how you fast learn and have things.
Whenever you have a discussion about a startup, there's this question of support. Not just monetary, not just financial, and there's this question of support from your friends, family, acquaintances. How much of that did you receive?
Oh yeah, so that's actually a good question. I think that's one of the important things also. What as a person, yeah, our parents they did really support us on what we are doing, and it's not like day one I went and told them, it's all about how you convince them. It's never see they can be any reason for not. You just need to find out the reason how you can start doing things. We always give
Don't want a fun thing.
yeah, they always give reason for not doing things, but we need to figure out a way how. So when I first told my parent, I didn't, I just told them, I'm planning to do online now. Like, what? You studied from NIT and you didn't, I don't have placements also because I want to do something, I want to do MBA. So, you studied from NIT and you said you want to do MBA and now it's like you want to do online dance classes. I was like, no, it doesn't. It's not exactly that. Like, this is why I told them what the startup is about, what I'm trying to do, and all this thing. So yeah, it's more about what it takes for you to convince them and how they get convinced into that, and believe. Obviously, yeah, parents do believe, and then they want you to be happy and successful. All the parents. It's just that you need to show them a path through this. I'm going to be that.
Yeah.
When they know that and see things happening, because you do the same thing 1 year, there is no result out of it. Obviously, they will also won't be happy. You also won't be happy because there is no result. You put in an effort. There should be result coming. So eventually, when we had a lot of few more successes, like we got incubated like into IMB. There, I told them if I'd have got 99% CAT itself, I don't think I would have got into IMB. Now we take or teach few classes in IMB. Sometimes sessions they ask us to take. That was like big thing which happened. I told them they're like okay IMB, okay cool, okay something. Okay, good. So almost one year we were asking, like that was the time usually one of my friends and all, they bought cars and stuff where we were calling our parents every day to send money to us on a regular basis, to run the company and stuff. Then then there's a phase came, we raised an investment from Sony Pictures India, so it's like a huge chunk of money we raised. So it's then they're like okay, now the next thing happens. So it's more about like you tell them what is the path is going to be like, and also you show the result what has happened through that is when it happens. But I've just thought about on the day first conversation I had with my parents, they obviously told no, what you're doing, you studied from an idea and do this. But all it took for us to in a way to figure out a way what will convince them, because I'm going to do this for sure. It's just that how do I convince them? So that's what it takes for you. Just I need to figure out a way how you need to convince them, talk to them, and because at the end, so many people are involved. Maybe my cousins and all, still they don't understand what I'm doing and what is happening. But at the end, the close people around you matters a lot. Your parents should support you more. Your friends should support more, because initial people who join with us are like close friends. Like Ashwin is a close friend of ours. So even they have to support in what you're doing. So people around you matters a lot. They have to believe in what you're doing, because otherwise you get negative vibe, you cannot live. So that's how it takes. Even from a college senior, like I told you, Anand, he was part of the founding team of Byju's, and Hacker Rank Hari, we met him. So everything, even that thing, it matters. It's more about people, the network, and the people around you. It matters on the close relation. It's what it is to take for the support system.
Okay.
Luckily, our parents are very much convinced with us. That's what the whole idea. Otherwise, we would not be here. Like any parents could, if you cannot do this, if they have been very stubborn, we would not be here. So we're very grateful that our parents were very comfortable in what we are doing. They believed in us. Like we are embarking on a journey which is so uncertain, but they believed in us. So that is something they held on till now. So and after that, when we went to IMB, they thought, okay, somewhere we are safe. From there, I understood, okay, somewhere they are safe. That must be
told him I'm studying for CAT. Yeah, I got into also Lucknow or somewhere like that. But
like literally, like exact this point when I was like, my dad just said, "Why don't you do an MBA and do a startup?" That's what my dad said when he was almost 98% convinced. The last question he asked, "Why don't you do an MBA and you do?" I said, "You give me those 20 lakhs, I'll do a business. I'll build a business. I don't need to study. I'll build a business." And right now, we came on the side gate of IMB. We did 2 years of IMB. It's almost done. We made a business. That's what I'm saying. So it's how you look at it, how confident you are. That's when your parents will become confident, because they see you. That's all they have. When you really want to convince your parents to do something of your own choice, that's where how confident you. So if you are comfortable, you're convinced, you're motivated, then they will be. And support system, like each of these checkpoints, it validates you. It pushes you more. Every day after 1 mile, you'll know, okay, I'm moving forward. That is the cue points and validations you get from external. That's what keeps you. The support system. Everyone was like helpful. We met fortunate people. We were grateful. A lot of things work for us.
There's a building around people.
When you started out with the work, are you now at the place that you planned?
Oh yeah, actually no, because what we planned was 10. Maybe what we reached is around 1,000.
Okay.
That's what happens in a startup, because it should be that way.
Yeah.
You know, whatever you plan,
Exactly.
just reach the plan or below the plan. It should be totally above things which you have thought it's a dream.
I'll tell you something, like one line I would say. See, like this also I got from one of my friend. Like no war is won according to the plan, but every war should have a plan. It's like whatever you plan, you know it may not happen, but you just know whether it's happening.
Yeah,
so
just
what
the
we plan,
path,
no,
yeah.
definitely it's not. But we are probably way better than that.
Yeah, the path what we are going, yes, it is. But the destinations keep always changing. Like, you know, it's through better. So that's what it is. Yeah, we are actually, maybe what we are doing now, maybe we didn't think about it. It's going to be this way. Like IMB getting to IMB also, we just applied for a business plan competition. Like, you know, they said there's some cash prizes there. Okay, we're like, okay, to run the business, we need some money. Let's apply for it. That was the motive idea for applying for that. But we got incubated. When we got incubated, I thought they were going to teach us business. But the end, we are doing that.
Okay.
So
that question.
It's totally, it's more about, you know, to surpass or break through the goal what you have.
Is there anything else you would like to tell us? Something which we haven't asked?
And I would say, like, before we tell us what is the intention of this video? What you want through this content to be conveyed to people? So we can talk, I'll tell about that. Like why you wanted this article in Feeds.
See, we talk to people from different professions, different careers. So you guys are doing something in the startup scenario, and then we're not very like many people are interested in that, but they're not very clear about like how it is, how it works, what all you have to learn. Like, do you have to do an MBA, or how do you sustain a startup? How do you fund it? So there are lots of questions they have, but they don't get answers to. So
So it is. I mean, even we had the same thing. So to come up with to answer that question is more of, you know, like in college you have a lot of time actually. When we look at, we have so much time in college. Actually, lot of time in college. That when maybe if we had the idea of taking a step, it's not just the idea. It's about taking a step of the idea. We have started way earlier. At least later we have realized that, you know, we have started, but it's more about, you know, in a college time, like to do what, you know, if I was back there in college, what I would have done better. One thing is, everyone knows there are a lot of things is there. Knowing, if you don't know something, you don't know, you can't do anything about it. But you need to figure out the things what you don't know. Okay, there are 20 things is there to start a business. Okay, what we usually do is, okay, I don't know this 20 things, I'm not going to take a step. No, you should not do that. Eliminate that. Eventually you will learn everything. But the first, figure out what is the priority. What is the first thing you need to know to do that? Maybe for us, doing the business plan was the first thing.
Okay.
To read about it, to learn about Excel is the first thing. That's what take a step. So figure out the steps to be taken and prioritize what is it's going to be, and take the first step. That's all it matters. Eventually you'll keep going through that. So the first step, taking, prioritize and take the first step is what it matters. Because always we see, oh, there is lot is there. No, don't see that way. Okay, fine, there is lot is there. Prioritize, take the first one, take the first step. And also it's more about, you know, as a back in college, you have a lot of network connect. See how we connected. Just, you should feel free to connect with anybody. If you have an idea, maybe you think it's a dream, it cannot be done, it's fine. You take a step and figure it out. Because it should not be just there in the mind. If you think you are already confident, passionate about it, just go for it, just give it a try. Failing, losing, doesn't matter. At least you'll be happy doing the process. It's never about the end goal. It's always about the process, what you're going to do with it. Right?
Okay.
So that's what it takes.
It's really nice to know because you're very confused, and once you're confused, you get stuck in a place. Like you don't know what you're doing is right or wrong. And
Yeah. I know it happens.
Actually, it's good to be confused than to be idle. So at least you're confused. So it's actually good. So when people are confused, like he said, you have a lot of time.
okay.
Invest whatever you want in your time and keep learning as the first metric. And like he said, take the step. It's there inside you, but move. Make the first step, then you will know what's the second step. Instead of planning everything, you take the first step. And time is the most valuable commodity, which you will realize later in your age, which you will not realize when you're in college.
Okay.
So that's something we can leave it like an end note.
Yeah, and also always be connected with people
Yeah.
who inspires you. Like you have set of people who inspire you. What they're doing inspire you. Just be around them to understand what is their thinking. Because at the end, it's all it takes is what you think. If you think you're weak, you're weak. If you think you're strong, you're strong. And then how the thinking ability you have, that what it matters. So it's about find out that person who can push you. It's not about the person with you or something. Could be a senior, a person who's junior or a friend or anyone. It's just that you need to build a network who can help you push and always stay motivated and stuff. So that's what.
And actually be very confident. 19 years to like 17 to 21 is this age that you're in college. Is what the greatest opportunities are created. Like see, if suppose we were not in same college, we will not be sitting in a dorm. So you guys have the opportunity to everything right now. This is like an awesome time you have.
It's just about taking. There is a incubation center in NIT. You guys know about that?
Yeah.
So
Like
like
recently.
that, lot of opportunities there. It's just right there. We need to figure it out how we can link that and utilize it. That's it. In the first step, it matters. Once you take first step, you'll be like, okay, let me do the second one, third one. You'll figure out your way. First push is what matters.